यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य
ॐ गणानान्त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमहागणाधिपतये नमो नमः। ॐ ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषद्भ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। सर्वोपप्लवरहित प्रज्ञान घन प्रत्यगर्थो ब्रह्माहमस्मि सोहमस्मि ब्रह्माहमस्मि। ॐ प्रपन्नपारिजाताय तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। May the Almighty Sri Lord Venkateshwara bestow all kinds of prosperity, health, wealth and eternal happiness with Paripurna Lakshmi Katakshams to you and the entire your family and friends. Let us begin Bhagavad Gita, verse number 3rd of 13th chapter. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Kshetrajnam Chapi Mam Vidhi Sarvakshetreshu Bharata Kshetra Kshetrajnayor Jnanam Yatajnanam Matam Mama. So Bhagavan Krishna has given a very important message in these words. This verse is the supreme verse in whole Bhagavad Gita because this verse speaks about Aikya Bhava, equation between two realities. Now, so this verse talks about Kshetrajnam and Kshetra and also equation between these two. In the last verse, Bhagavan picked two realities. So this chapter which began from Arjuna's question. The question which he asked was the detail of 6 technical terms. Prakriti Purushaha, Kshetram Kshetrajnaha, Jnanam and Jneyam. These 6 kinds of technical terms which can be understood as 3 pairs. Prakriti Purusham, Kshetram Kshetrajnam, Jnanam Jneyam. So these 6 kinds of technical terms which are the gist essence of the past 2 Shatkams. Because in the first Shatkam, we elaborately study about the individual personality, our individual self. Who am I? Because from the birth we were thinking I am nothing but the body. That is the first level of understanding. People live with this normal understanding, So I am nothing but this body. I am aging year by year. That's what the normal understanding of this Kshetram. Now, Shastra alone gives the knowledge about true reality which is experienced by every individual. Now, Shastra comes and says, my dear, you have got true reality. What is that? You have matter and consciousness. Science also accepts this. This is the second step. So when we come to know, there are 2 realities. So we are the mixture of 2 realities, matter and consciousness. So matter which exists in the form of body, mind and sense complex, and consciousness which exists in the form of conscious principle. So now I am informed, every one of us, once we begin with the Shastra, Shastra gives the knowledge of this true reality. Now that person who has reached to the next level, he lives life with the knowledge about the mixture of true reality. Now if you ask the question, so what you heard? I am the mixture of both reality. What is that? Kshetram and Kshetrajnaha. This is the second level. Then third level, Shastra will bring more knowledge about Kshetra and Kshetrajna. It will tell Kshetra which goes under modifications. There are 6 kinds of modifications, and Kshetrajna which never undergo any modifications. देहिनोऽस्मिन् यथा देहे कौमारं यौवनं जरा तथा देहान्तरप्राप्तिः धीरस्तत्र न मुह्यति. So that's what the message from the first Shatkam. In the beginning itself, Bhagavan gives the knowledge of Kshetram and Kshetrajnaha. Antavanta ime dehaha nityasyoktā sharirinaha anashino prameyasya tasmadyudhyasva bharata. These bodies are perishable, means Kshetram which undergoes 6 kind of modifications, and Kshetram which is manifested and unmanifested. But Kshetrajnaha, he is eternal. Wow, this place is very important in our life. This is the third level understanding. So this level, it takes means many years to realize, and if at all you realize, it takes many more years to assimilate it. So now this knowledge to be assimilated. How to assimilate it? Just continue with the study of Upanishad or Bhagavad Gita. You just carry with that. Now Bhagavan has given solid method to assimilate these 2 realities in the first 6 chapters, which we know as a Prathama Shatkam. And also Bhagavan gave a solid method which is known as meditation at the end of the first Shatkam. It comes as a 6th chapter, meditation, Dhyana Yoga, Atma Samyama Yoga. So in which it is being taught how to assimilate the knowledge about both Kshetrajnaha and Kshetra. So by understanding this, we are elevated. Now, the first level understanding that I am nothing but body. The second level understanding, I am the mixer of both body and consciousness. Okay. Now, when you are learning, you are mixer of both. At that time, your understanding gets a kind of maturity to analyze both. In the third step, when you are taught, you are nothing but the consciousness. This Kshetram, the perishable material, is known as matter. It means what? The body which undergoes the modification is not you. Then that is wonderful. So when I learn myself that I am is not this perishable Sharira. Okay, this perishable Sharira is not me. Now, in the third step itself, Bhagavan will emphasize more and he will give one more dose. You are not depending on the matter, matter is depending on you. So when you hear that, when you receive the knowledge, immediately you feel this life is very joyful. You will feel the happiness, but that happiness may not continue because you have not yet assimilated the knowledge. But when we hear, at that time itself, so some kind of relief takes place. What is that? I am not going to perish. I am an eternal entity. I am nothing but the I which doesn't decay. This is a beautiful understanding and beautiful knowledge. So knowledge about Kshetram and Kshetrajnaha. When we understand about our self is nothing but Atma. In the first 6 chapters, Bhagavan gives thoroughly about these 2 realities, but with different technical terms. There he used Dehaha, Dehi, and Atma, Anatma, Nityam, Anityam. Satyam, Mithya. These words were used by Bhagavan Krishna in the second chapter, but the subject is the same. Kshetram and Kshetrajnaha, the same subject. And the name of the 13th chapter also, Kshetra Kshetrajna Vibhaga Yogaha. The chapter which deals elaborately regarding Kshetram and Kshetrajnaha. Now we have to learn, so what is the purpose of learning this knowledge? This knowledge which teaches the equation in between these two. In the third stage, you will learn I am eternal, body is perishable. Okay? It means what? So the birth and death takes place where? The question comes. So my consciousness is keep on changing my body. Vasamsi jirnani yatha vihaya navani grannhani naroparani tatha sharirani vihaya jirnani anyani sanyati navani dehi. And also he talks about Kshetrajna elaborately. Nainam chintanti shastrani nainam dahati pavakaha nachainam kledayantyaapaha nashoshayati marutaha achedyoyamadahyoyam akledyo shoshya yevacha nityam sarvagatasthānuhu achaloyam sanatanaha. All these verses regarding Kshetrajnam. We learned what exactly Kshetram and Kshetrajnam from the last verse. That also Bhagavan gives an introduction. He is going to elaborate later on. The Aikyam which is established in this verse is very important verse. So Bhagavan Acharya has given long definitions and explanation for that. He has done Bhashyam for many pages because it's very important words and very important stage. So now we have learnt there are 3 steps. The first steps, so which is the normal understanding of the being, that everyone he understands. He understands I am nothing but body. In Vyavaharika level also, as I told you, we are completely dependent on the Sharira alone. Wherever you go, they will ask for your ID. So what is that ID? So ID means the detail of yours. The detail of yours means what? All the details, where you were born, so who is your parents, or where do you belong, which nation that you belong. All these details, everything regarding this body. That is enough. Your name, which is given to the Sharira alone, not to you. This Raghavacharya, who is 55 years old. Now Raghavacharya means it directly we do and communicate with the consciousness. Now the consciousness kept away in the Vyavahara. So how old are you? If you are 5 years old, you have to be sent to the school. Not now, so long back in my Jamana. So in my time, so once you reach 5 years, then you have to be sent to the school. Now if they are beginning their school life from 2.5 years, it means what? So many loads are poured on that baby. Baby is not getting space to enjoy the nature. The first 5 years, it has to be given to the baby to grow as it likes. But we categorize, we bring, we bring a system, we twist and we drill the brain from the young age itself, very young. As year passes, according to the age, when you are grown, you should get the job, you should get settled in the job within 25 years. After getting job, you should be married within 30 years. If you are not married within 30 years, then you will be considered your delayed person. You have to compromise in all the standpoints. In all the way you have to compromise. Once you get married, within 40 years you should have got children and you should bring the children up. So when you grow to be a 50 years, you should have been established yourself society wise, money wise, respect wise, and all kinds of aspects have been poured on you. You should become an established person. When you become 60, you are retired. Whole life is dependent on the age of this physical system. The whole vivahara of society. Nobody talks about who you are, what you are. Nobody gives the detail about yourself. You are Sanatana Vastu. You are a Nitya Vastu. You are not perishable. You are an entity. So who is eternal? Nobody talks about it. Now whole vyavahara, whole transaction of the human being is only dependent on this physical body. Therefore we started thinking, I am nothing but physical body. If I am 25 years old, I have to struggle to get the job, I have to look for the girl, and I have to get married, and I have to get children. So according to the age, the phenomenons, that fact of the life is being fixed. So marriage is fixed within 20 to 30, not even 20, 25 to 30. So all those things should take place on the time, otherwise you are gone. People will start saying that you are not keeping yourself fit for the life. If you are delayed, not getting married up to 35 years old, people will have a different look on you. Then that would be frustrating. You will be stressed a lot. Then whole life becomes a headache for you. So all because the given priority only to this physical system. So no solution is outside. So when I am looking whatever the need of mine through this body, I won't get ever. It is not possible. Therefore Shastra brings and it gives a proper knowledge about Kshetrajnaha, and it talks about even Kshetram. Kshetra means what is the nature of it and what is the limitation of it. What can be expected from this Kshetra? That has to be known. It has to be learned. Then we have to come to the point from where I can just, be a king to this my Kshetra. For that we have to understand, means realize the nature of the Kshetrajna, who is imperishable. He is eternal. So now when we talk about these two realities, Shastra is very strong to define both of them. So one portion, one reality is mithya. It is perishable. Another reality is eternal. Then you are eternal. Body comes and goes. So body undergoes all kinds of modifications. You are not, my dear, you are absolutely eternal entity. That is the third stage, So these three stages, when you learn, the first stage, I am sticking with the body. Then the second stage, I learned I am the mixer of both conscious principle and matter principle. Now third stage, I learned matter principle depends on the conscious principle, not the conscious principle is depending on the matter principle. So when you realize it, the matter principle which undergoes all kind of modification. Now you came to know, or you come to know, I am changeless, I am birthless, I am not going to die. It means what? I am eternal. This is the third. The fourth stage which Bhagavan brings in this verse, through this verse, is that I, which is experienced in the form of I in every sharira. Kshetra means all the body. Every body has got one Kshetrajna, isn't it? So you are knower of your body. I am knower of my body. Like a mosquito also has got Kshetrajna because mosquito has the body. Device is nothing but Kshetram, these five elemental aspects. But every Kshetra means every Upadhi. Upadhi means medium. has got consciousness in it. So my Sharira has got the consciousness, I can experience the consciousness. This book also has the consciousness, which cannot be experienced. Now, the consciousness of this book, why is not experienced by me? Because it is not expressing it. It doesn't have that kind of upadhi. I have kshetram as a special kshetram. Because of my karma pala, I have got a kshetram through which I can understand myself. I can experience my kshetrajnaha. But the book is not expressing it, but it also has got kshetrajnaha. The conscious principle exists over there. The conscious principle which exists in all Sharira is nothing but me. That's what Bhagavan gives us here the knowledge. Nothing but me means, oh my God, I was thinking that I was only me. Now I is nothing but Ishvara. It means what? Where am I? Oh, I am lost. By this understanding, I am lost. Oh my God, what happened to me? That's what the understanding should be there. Yes. So, whatever the I which is experienced by me, eternal things, that is nothing but Ishvara. Now, this is the identical understanding. This is what the he equation is. I am nothing but Ishvara. The conscious principle which exists with all Shariras are nothing but one and the same. That's what Ishvara is. That is collective consciousness. From the standpoint of individual consciousness, I realize myself as Atma. If I understand through, means from the standpoint of collective consciousness, so that consciousness becomes Ishvara. Now there is only one consciousness. It means what? Only one consciousness remaining. What about the matter? So matter is already, they are connected. How? Because my body and sense complex, it has got separateness, means individuality. And another, one of my friends' body is mind and complex. So that is, it has got its own individuality. If both of us, we are sleeping in a room, in a hall, or bring more people, hundreds of people. If you are becoming unconsciousness, no, don't take in that example. So we are sleeping. So during the sleep, there's all bodies, they lose, they seize their individuality. What happens? Now the individuality is generated. The separateness is supplied to enjoy our karma phala. Now what is karma phala? Karma phala provides limitation. That is what the understanding we should have. Karma phala provides limitations. Due to karma phala alone, this body provides limitations. It means it makes me to think myself as I am limited. This is absolutely, something is great. This is understanding. So nowhere it is provided. It's a beautiful understanding. When I realize myself, I am unlimited. But due to this body, I have the experience of limitations. Therefore, I experience as though I am limited. Swamiji, our understanding is going like a merry-go-round, isn't it? We need not worry. Krishna is not going to leave us like this. He will explain in thorough way. He will also bring more example. He will make us assimilate the things. That's what Krishna is so compassionate. Okay, he won't leave. He is a great acharya. He knows how to insert or how to bring the knowledge of the Shastra to us. Okay, that we will continue from the next session tomorrow. Harihi Om. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaja Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. हरि ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम।